Hello everyone, welcome again to my channel. I hope you are doing well. Thanks for the click. It's a great pleasure to talk to you again. Today we are going to see another function lesson, as you can see, and it is the concession, or what we call contrast. All right, this lesson is very important for both for speaking while speaking and also for writing, and especially for students or English learners in general who have exams. So in English, actually, we have a very common word, a very easy and common word, which is but. And as you know, but is something that we can use when there is contrast, okay? When there is contrast between two things or two situations, okay? All right, in this episode, I'm going to familiarize you with other words and expressions that we can use instead of but, okay? All right, to understand this better and to understand concession or contrast better, let's look at this picture. So the first glance at this picture, you notice that there is something abnormal going on. What is it? So as you can see, we have boys playing football, playing soccer, and it is raining. It is raining. So this is something abnormal because normally it is better to play football when the weather is good, not when it is raining like that, okay? All right, so in this case, we can say, for example, it is raining, but the boys are playing soccer, okay? So here we have contrast between these two situations, between raining and playing soccer. So it is raining, but boys are playing soccer. In this episode, I'm going to give you other words, other expressions that we can use to express concession or contrast. And these words or expressions are though, although, and even though. These words can be used in these two patterns, okay? In these two patterns. Now here in this pattern, we have although and even though can either be used in the beginning or in the middle. So this is the beginning of the sentence. And here, as you can see, they can be used in the middle of the sentence, okay? If you go to the second pattern, as far as though is concerned, as you can see, so though can be used in the beginning of the sentence, as you can see in number one, in number two, in the middle, or it can also be used in the end. And this word, though, it is very common in speaking, okay? It's very common in speaking or for speaking, okay? Now, the only thing that you have to remember as far as this is concerned is that they are always used with SVO, okay? With SVO. And when I say SVO, I mean sentence, subject, verb, and object. So all these words can be used with SVO. I mean subject, verb, object, or sentence, as I have just said, okay? All right, now let's try to apply these patterns on some situations in number one, number two, and number three. Okay, here we have, it was raining, we played the match. Normally when it's raining, we can't play the match, okay? We can't play, or we play the match when the weather is good, not when it is raining, okay? Not when it is raining. So here, as you can see, there is contrast, okay? All right, let's see number two. My friend loves English. He is not good at it. So here again, there is contrast, there is opposite. My friend loves English. He loves English, and he is not good at it. So there is something abnormal. He loves English, he is not good at it. Normally, he loves English, he must be good at English, okay? All right, number three, there was a terrible traffic jam. We arrived on time. Usually, if not always, when there is a problem in traffic, when there is a traffic jam, you cannot arrive on time. You can't arrive on time. You arrive late, for example, to school, or you arrive late to work, etc., etc. So, but here we have contrast. We have the opposites. There was a terrible traffic jam. We arrived on time. There is contrast. There is something abnormal, okay? So in this case, we can use this word to express this contrast, or we can also use but, okay? We can use but, okay? Now let's do number one with but, okay? With but. So what can we say for number one with but? For instance, it was raining, but we played the match, okay? Again, so here we have contrast. There is opposites between situation number one and situation number two. Again, here we can say, my friend loves English, he is not good at it. We can say, my friend loves English, but he is not good at it, okay? Again, here we can say, there was a terrible traffic jam, but we arrived on time. But we arrived on time. And as you can see, but is always in the middle of the sentence, okay? It is in the middle of the sentence, all right? Okay, now let's try to rewrite these sentences using these words and use this pattern or this pattern. Let's start with number one. It was raining, we played the match. So this is, as you can see, although it is in the beginning of the sentence, okay? Now we can also use it in the middle. So we can say, we played the match, although it was raining. And here there is difference between these words and but. There is difference, okay? There is difference. Here we say it was raining, but we played the match. If we use although, we can say we played the match although it was raining. All right, number two, my friend loves English, he is not good at it. Now let's use even though in the middle, okay? In the middle. My friend, so as you can see, we always start with the noun, okay? The noun first. In the second part, the pronoun, okay? Again, here we start with the noun, okay? We change it with English, okay? Noun. In the second part, we use the pronoun, okay? So always start with the noun, the second part with pronoun. All right, my friend isn't good at English, even though he loves it. Also, we can replace it with although. We can say, my friend isn't good at English, although he loves it. Or we can also use though in the middle. For instance, we can say, my friend isn't good at English, though he loves it, okay? Though he loves it. But if we want to use but, we change the place of the sentences, okay? We change the place of the sentences. My friend loves English, but he is not good at it, okay? All right, now let's see number three. So here, as you can see, we have though in the middle of the sentence. So we arrived on time, though there was a terrible traffic jam. We can also use it in the beginning, say, though there was a terrible traffic jam, comma, as you can see, we arrived on time, okay? We arrived on time, all right? So this is it. So we can use different patterns, so we can use all these patterns here, okay? So just keep in mind, in order not to have problem with this, these words can be used in opposite with but. So you can use these words to express different situations when there is contrast, when there is something abnormal, when there is opposite, okay? When there is opposite, all right? So I hope you find this easy to understand. If you have any question or suggestion, don't hesitate to ask. See you in another episode with another lesson. Have a good time and goodbye.